Well, this is not Breath of Fire 4. What's going on? I decided to do something different. And I'm just going to let the song play out. Holy crap. But yes, this is East 8, Lacrimosa of Dana. I don't know if I still have my old save file. Nope, I don't. But yeah, this when I heard this song, I went nuts. So I'm just gonna keep. I mean, just look at this. And if you let the song play out a little bit, you'll actually get an intro video, I believe. It'll play in the game itself, but let's see if it'll play the video. If not, it'll play the song, but I'll get into why this is so special for me in a minute. But I'm just marking out to the song right now. Looks like the video won't play, but we'll get to that eventually. But that's good. Anyway, where do I start with this? Oh, the song will play doing this. Okay. See, display. I think the screen will work. Okay. Changes in the game menu. We are not tools of any higher power. Each of us is the very embodiment of free will. I don't think I'm going to be fast enough to get to these, to be honest, so I'll just let it play out. Adol is the main character of this franchise. But you know my thoughts on silent protagonists by now. But yeah, he's the through point. The Isle of Seiren. So one of the reasons VIII is so awesome is because it kind of starts off and it stays in a different way than other games in the franchise do. But for now, we're Southeast Greek, the Gate Sea. A lot of these are based on actual places, but the world itself is not, like, any real place. But you'll notice that after a while. The visuals might look weird because of the scaled-down presentation. You know, if I was to do, say, this, you get the scope a little bit better. But that's my Miku setup. But yes. There we go. So there is a difference. But I played this on stream once, full screen, and the dialogue would go under my head and my video screen, and I couldn't read shit. So there's Adol. He's a dork. But he's our hero. And he's a dork.
Yo, Adol, you taking a break too?
This guy's not a dork. He's a big guy in green jacket and purple pants, but he punches things really hard. Say hello to Dogi. Sometimes the secondary character, not always in these games, but he's voiced by Patrick Sates, and that's awesome. So
Wouldn't believe how suffocating it gets in the cargo hold. Gotta say, the uniform looks pretty good on you.
yeah, imagine you couldn't fit in one of those.
Awfully nice of them to let us hitch a ride to Arisia in exchange for work. They got me moving cargo around and you helping out as a sailor on this voyage. And they're even paying and feeding us too. Pretty sweet deal if you ask me. Man, that Captain Barbaros.
He's also badass.
But he's a good man. Dependable, too. Thanks to him, we'll be able to hit the next stop on our journey once we dock. I'm a little sad we gotta say goodbye to Xandria.
So this is, I forget which game this is in the timeline, but the East timeline kind of jumps around to different places, so it doesn't conflict with anything. Basically, Adol goes on adventures at different points in his life, and he's done it for like 50 years, so they can retcon whatever and put it in whatever. It's basically like a James Bond. I'm trying to think, is that a James Bond thing? No. I'm trying to think of a good analog to that, where you can kind of jump around and not like be, this is the end point, this is the beginning point, this is where he starts. You know, you could start wherever the fuck you want to start. But Adol basically can do every adventure he wants and always be the main character, because he could just say he was in years of adventures, so that's our setup. Go!
But there's no time to be moping when adventure's waiting for us. I'm looking forward to it, buddy.
So am I. Night on the Gate Sea. So this first episode may not be the most fight-heavy, but...
What is our next stop anyway? Once we dock in Sunya, Greek is just around the bend. You're getting older. You still get a glint in your eye just thinking about adventure.
Older? He looks like he's 15.
If you ask me, I would have preferred heading west, along the coast of Africa.
Whoa, whoa! Are you guys voyaging to Altaga?
Who are you?
Ah, Cathu.
Wow, that's a name. If you're wondering, Falcom does this thing in both this and Trails where they'll give people, like, character intros, and you see their faces and their bodies, and they give you the name. It's kind of neat. No. Even if this guy's a dork with a wrong name, you should be called Matthew.
You bet we are.
Cathew? I think... Is the Japanese name Cashew?
Adol has always been looking for a way to get to Altaga.
Unbelievable! You do know about the conflict between the Kingdom of Altago and the Roman Empire, don't you?
No, why don't you tell me?
Roman Navy
I don't
ships
remember.
are the only ships that can enter that region of the sea.
Okay.
Heard that you're an adventurer. That just seems reckless.
Yeah, well, there's never a dull moment when I'm tagging along with this guy. Adol can't walk more than 3 steps without stepping in some kind of adventure.
It'd be amazing if I actually knew what he was like as a character. All I know is he says, "Switch!" and stabs things. So Dogi's the guy who talks for me. Oh wait, no, I know. Adol explains the situation. I know my tropes.
What do you say, Cathu? You like tagging along too?
Hey, maybe you could speak for Adol whenever I need it.
But I'll pass. Anyway, you two, break time's almost over. Dogi, I need you to get back to work in the
I think there was an anime where Adol spoke once, but that was because he was forced to, but...
Already, huh?
Eh.
No problem. I'll head down right now.
I'll go punch my cargo. I'll be right back in a minute.
Catch you later, Adol.
Bye! Don't jump off the ship without me.
Let's see. You've already learned the basics of keeping a lookout. Please go see Captain Barbaros.
Oh, that's fine with me.
He told me to send you to his quarters once your job was finished.
Cool.
The captain's quarters can be found at the quarter near the stern of the ship.
Okay, so this will give me a chance to... this is one of the games that actually lets you change the audio a little bit, so... Yeah, press, move, examine. A lot of buttons, not worried about it. I've got downloadable content if need be. I gained an achievement for starting. Okay. But yes, I'm playing this on PS4. Let me save. And while we're doing this, I'm going to explain what's going on here. Ys is a franchise that's been around basically since Legend of Zelda's been a thing, but people don't know that. So I like to tell people, hey, this is just as awesome. you know, and there are things. Let's change the music a little bit so I can. Let's see, text speed. Let's go fast. Auto text. Difficulty setting normal. I'm gonna stay on normal. Trust me on that. You can change these later on. Horizontal camera. I'll worry about that. I'm more concerned about which direction my controller inputs go using the camera. Here we go. Let's put the voice volume up. As much as I like the BG volume, I'm going to put that down. Okay, so that way I can talk a little bit. I mean, I'm probably going to talk over the game, but now you can actually hear the characters, I think. But yes, Ys has been around for about 30 years in varying degrees, and they've done a really good job with the franchise in the last 10 or so. But yeah, it's basically like, think of the Zelda-esque fighting mechanics, but none of the like puzzle solving, you know. And again, Nintendo has more notoriety, but still. This is one of those franchises that I was into for a while. I don't think it hit its stride until the PSP era, like the late 2005s, or late like 2005, 2010, somewhere in there, and then they just started releasing good game after good game after good game, and this is their most recent game, other than a couple of ports to some other ones, but they've had like 4 or 5 really good ones in the past 10 years, and yeah, you notice that the game doesn't look the greatest, even on a PS4. That's because this is a AA level company. It's not the biggest company. But Falcom has run this franchise for about 30 years. It's hack and slash. There's no frills. There's no bullshit. You get some guard mechanics. You get some hectic boss fights. Get some other cool shit. They also do the Trails franchise, which is more strategy-based RPG sort of thing, like turn-based, and a lot of buffs, debuffs, and a hell of a lot more story involved. This is a little easier for me to handle. Like, I like Trails, but not enough to, like, invest in it. Because it's like the difference. I'm trying to come up with a good example. Think of Trails like a Lord of the Rings type of thing. And this is more of a Pirates of the Caribbean-esque. We're going a place, we're doing a thing, we're stabbing a thing, we're gonna go. So it's like epic adventure versus, hey, I'm here doing a thing, I'm meeting some dudes, I might be fucking some girls, I don't know, that sort of thing. Because everybody seems to love Adol, especially if they like blue hair, if they have blue hair. Hello. Today's a perfect day for a voyage. As is God's will, would you pray with me? So any person that's on this ship is actually integral in a way to the way this game works. And the reason this game is better than most of the other ones is because of the characters are involved. And there's a mechanic as to why that's a big deal. But we'll see that more later. I thought it would be fun if I went with my dad to his work. Everyone's just sucking up to each other. It's so sad. How boring. Hey, it's you. We won't be landing again for a while. It's a bittersweet feeling, actually. Stupid eyes. Anyway, I'm happy to have you on board. You should be talking to Captain Barbosa. Is it? Should I be worried that that barrel's moving? Oh, you're a big guy. What a massive ship. It's been a while since I've seen one this big. I wanted to be the lead, but I took a wrong... I wanted to hit the head, but I took a long turn somewhere. Too bad this ain't my ship, or I just whiz off the deck. So that guy's pretty fucking vulgar. But yeah, any character you see here is actually... this is below deck. I don't need to go there. The game does a good job of telling you where to go, without getting too lost. Hello.
Yes.
Very important passengers in this room. Captain told me not to let anyone through, so if you're on patrol, please go somewhere else. Okay. We've got...
Barry, north.
Yeah.
Weather's been great lately. Water's been pretty calm. It's nice to have such a nice voyage. Could it be that you and Dougie are good luck traps? No.
Engage!
We always get in trouble. Hi. Lombardi is a pretty big ship. It's a more massive ship than the ones I usually take, but I'm not taking any chances. I have a big business meeting in Soimon, so I gotta get the... He said it, and I don't remember the fucking pronunciation. Anyway, Captain Barbossa's over here. How long the first episode's gonna be? There's a couple of things I gotta do. Now that's a man!
Thank you for coming.
Barbossa's awesome, by the way.
Please, have a seat.
He's like those father figures you just know is dependable as fuck. You don't mess around with them because they're just nice people. There's nothing bad about this guy.
As I recall, you introduced yourself to me as an adventurer.
Yup, that's my life.
Tell me, do you know of the Isle of Seiren?
No.
No. Understandable. The Gate of Sea is home to many islands, after all. She's a treacherous sea to navigate. More ships than I can count have run afoul of her jagged islands. But the Isle of Seiren has a particularly fearsome reputation. For you see, every ship that approaches the island sinks by some mysterious happenstance.
Oh. Oh.
Yes, its surrounding waters are perilous to navigate. But that alone does not explain why so many ships sink.
Yeah, that...
About 5 years ago, a Roman vessel conducting an exploratory voyage approached the island. The sea was calm that day, and ran afoul of nothing. Yet I heard it was pulled under all the same. Grecian mythology speaks of monsters called Seirens, which lure ships to their doom.
Oh, I've heard of those.
The pirates who first discovered that island declared it cursed ground, and named it accordingly.
So we're gonna go there, aren't we?
Well, no one alive knows the answer to that question.
Great. It's a Bermuda Triangle. God damn it. We're gonna go there.
The ones who have set foot on the island were never seen or heard from again.
So you're saying we have a chance?
Even
No.
the saltiest sailors to voyage the Gate of Sea will tell you nothing about the island.
So that means we're gonna have to go there. Damn it.
I cannot approach the island, but when we pass by it, I will let you know. It seems my tale did not but stoke the fires of your adventurous spirit.
They keep saying I'm an adventurer, and yet I have no agency at all.
I share this tale with every new member of my crew.
And yet you're the one who's dumb enough to want to go. Adol, you suck.
When I first told Cathu, he was so frightened that he refused to leave his quarters.
Okay, at least Adol is not that bad.
But I see you're made of sterner stuff than he, lad.
Well, yeah. Cathu reminds me of Otacon. And we've seen what that happens. You get first sign of trouble, he pisses himself. I'm not that bad. I'll give you this much. Adol never pisses himself or runs away. He is, I have sword, I stab, let's go. So, sometimes that's all you need.
Now then, I'm sorry to keep you so long, but I've a favor to ask of you. I insist on holding a small welcome party whenever new passengers come
Okay.
aboard. I want you to attend the party and provide security.
Yay! Something dumb. But there's a reason for this. Security?
Don't worry, I'm merely being cautious. As captain, it's my responsibility to ensure that every passenger aboard my ship is safe. Please,
Okay.
speak to Cathu for the details about your assignment. I know
Okay.
you won't let me down at all.
Okay.
This
Cool.
is by far the
best ship I've ever been on.
Yes.
I mean, right? I've been all
It's a
around
perfect getaway.
I tell you. You do first time on board? Hey,
That's a lot of people.
Good evening, passengers. I'm Captain Barbaros. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for choosing the Lombardia for your seafaring need. With 4 masts and at 50 melia in length,
Oh yeah, they do these weird measurement things. I don't know the specifics, but they use melia and kilometer and something weird.
this vessel is the largest of the passenger ships that voyage between Xandria and Arisia.
Okay. Ooh, they got a full bar. All right, since you're providing security, I'll let you go over your responsibilities. I need you to patrol the passenger compartments and the main deck. Keep a close eye on any passengers who seem suspicious or dangerous. Well, it's possible that we have trespassers or anything. We've got a lot of guests on this voyage. Make sure you chat them up. They might hear something. But don't forget that these people are your guests, so please don't bother them. I'll punch him! That's what Dogi taught me. Yes, Adol, punch the guests. That worked. We'll meet up later. Okay, so the next bit is introducing ourselves to all the characters. Anyway, that's enough about me. Please feel free to mingle amongst yourselves as we continue our voyage. I bid you a wonderful evening. So yes. Saving and loading. Saving's a good thing. I'm going to do that. Because I'm going to call it here for first episode. Because this next episode's going to be... This next episode's going to be all about what happens to these passengers, I'm sure. Because nothing's going to go wrong. Nothing at all. Am I right? So yes. We're here at East 8. Lacrimosa of Dana. This is one of the best games of the past 10 years. And I'm really happy to play it. So this is going to kind of do Breath of Fire video, East video. Breath of Fire video, East video. Breath of Fire 4 is easily going to get beaten before this. This is a way longer game. But this will help kind of keep the momentum of the channel going because we're not just doing Breath of Fire stuff all the way. If anybody's more interested in East, then awesome. Vice versa, awesome. But this also gives me something new to do every day or two when I'm recording, so it changes things up and keeps things fresh and keeps things exciting, even more so than just doing one set of videos. So we'll be introducing ourselves to all of the characters of this game, at least the ones that are on the ship, next time.